I have heard that every journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. My name is Jessica.Foster, and I want to invite you to join me on a missionary journey. If there is one thing I believe this pandemic has taught us, is the brevity of life. We are here for a short time, determined by God, but we do not know how long it will be. So I think it's very important that we make good use of our time, adding ourselves to eternal purposes. And the eternal purpose that God has placed in my heart since my childhood is to make Him known to people. I'm here in Maceió, Brazil, preparing to go to Dallas, Texas, to continue my master's in global leadership at Dallas Baptist University. Because of the pandemic, I couldn't go to the United States, so I started this master's degree studying online in August 2020. By God's grace, over the last 2 semesters, I have learned meaningful lessons from outstanding professors and had excellent grades, maintaining a 4.0 GPA. But way beyond the grades, I really want to become an excellent tool in God's hands. And I believe that is what He has shown me. We all have a purpose. We are all tools in God's hands, but not just tools He uses and throws away. You are loved by God, and He has wonderful plans for your life. With this phrase I just told you, I share the gospel with people wherever I go. And God has taught me that these simple gospel seeds can transform lives. I learned about love and missions and talking about Jesus here in my house. My parents taught me and my sister to love the Lord when they invited missionaries who would come to preach at our church, to share their lives with us over the weekend. They would tell their amazing stories of what God was doing in the most distant places of the earth, and that began to create in my heart a love for missions even as a child. As a teenager, I continued to get involved with missions here in my state, in Alagoas, going from door to door on missionary trips and talking about Jesus. So I learned from those who knew more than me by observing, practicing, and taking my first steps. But when I went to college, a lot was changed. From this 14-year-old me who had accepted Jesus and loved Him so much to the 17-year-old me majoring in business administration. I wanted to make my name known. I wanted to be the CEO of a multinational company, living in a big city, front cover of business magazines. But what a change God created when I met the students who were part of Crew Campus, an international group of students committed to evangelism and discipleship on campus. They had the same desire of having a great education like me, but they had a greater goal, and that attracted me. I also had the desire to have a greater purpose for my life. And there I met people who loved God, who shared the gospel and taught me through discipleship, trainings, and practical evangelism how to share the gospel. I had the joy of seeing students come to Jesus when I shared the gospel, and I could disciple them too. With that, God showed me that talent, that love He was giving me for evangelism was not just for my campus, not just for the 4 years of university. It was for my life. And I understood that I should have a bigger dream. Instead of magnifying my name, I should live to glorify the name of God. So, 2 years after I graduated, I joined Crew as a missionary in 2010. In 2011, I went for my first year as a missionary, from Maceió straight to São Paulo. It was a huge leap, and God showed me that He was with me in that leap. From São Paulo, I went to Fortaleza in Ceará, and there I spent 9 years of my life sharing the gospel, discipling and training students. After that, I was invited to be the regional director of Crew Campus in the Northeast region of Brazil, leading a team of 12 missionaries with over 500,000 students to reach. In that great challenge, God showed me that the need that missionaries, church planters, and pastors have not only to evangelize, but to lead people in ministry. As I felt that need, God planted in my heart a desire to help others who really feel the need to know how to navigate the seas of leadership. Then I understood that I should take a bigger step and prepare myself by learning from the best of the field to share with missionaries, church planters, pastors, and lay leaders wherever God sends me. They are the target audience, and it is to serve them that I have been studying global leadership at Dallas Baptist University. God gave me the opportunity to start the course online, but now, in August 2021, He opened the doors for me to go to Dallas to study in person at the university. God gave me the student visa, the plane ticket, and now I'm sure He will also provide the resources for tuition and course costs. And He does that through His people. So I want to invite you to join me in this great missionary endeavor with your prayers and finances so we can empower God's people everywhere and have an eternal impact on our generation. You will find the links to donate on the description box below. Pray about it, get in touch, and join me. God bless you.